Jump. And then blindfold.
That's a very interesting
Yep,
concept.
blindfold lawn bowling.
Yeah. Hopefully
right.
I don't, have an issue.
I love it. Hey, welcome everybody. Hello, welcome to Renton Live. I'm Jen, that's Dave, and here we are with you on Hump Day.
Episode 18, y'all.
Hey, y'all, what's that? What's that thing in your hair?
Well, I believe that today is, we have a national day, a couple of them, and we got National Bow Day today.
Wow.
And, I think that's, very important to celebrate these well-known bows, right?
Oh, very punny. That was very punny. I am.
That's all we have for tonight. Thanks.
I'm digging your bow. I thought that I'd see your bow and raise you too. How's that?
Thank you. Yours is close. I think mine's a little bit cuter.
I do too. You had that's a nice tie on that one. So
thanks.
Looking sharp.
Thank you. All credit is due to Chelsea.
Of course it is.
So tell me.
We had a couple national days, but what is the next one? I find it very interesting.
Well, how about before we get that, let's finish we got some unfinished business from last week, actually from 2 weeks ago.
Oh, how
correct.
Could I forget? You know what?
Tell
Boo
me.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Boo.
Boop, boop, ba-doo. Wow. So we had a contest 2 weeks ago from Erasmus the Dragon. And let me just say that Renton, you failed me because nobody got the answer correct. So Erasmus said, how many masks made their appearance in his last episode? Amazingly, the answer was 31.
Any close calls?
There was one close call coming in at 28 masks from Fred Fickelstein.
Fred.
So, Fred close, but no cigar out there.
You should have watched it again. We told you, Fred.
Yeah, I'm just saying, from our 11 viewers, I really expected somebody to come through with the correct answer.
Yeah, I think Fred is walking the Hall of Shame right now.
A little, but that's okay because he can attempt to win another contest that I'm sure will present.
I love it.
So yeah, other national days. So we had National Aviation Day as well.
That's right.
And a little bit of interesting factoid. It was founded in 1939 by FDR on on Orville Wright's birthday.
The popcorn guy?
The popcorn guy is Orville Redenbacher. So a little different pop.
Boo!
Good times. You're 0 for 2, Jed. But we love you. The popcorn guy. You heard it here first, people. So, being that it is popcorn guy, we do have a little bit of a pop quiz for you again. So, pop quiz time.
I love it.
So,
let's hear it.
If you know the answer to this pop question, throw it in the chat. first person to get it right will spin the wheel of
Prizes.
and see what you can win. So our question today is, being that it's National Aviation Day, good old Renton has its own airfield. Who is that airfield named after? So we're looking for the first correct answer to that. And then we'll spin the wheel of prizes? Prizes.
No using the Google. Like, this is strict brain power. Come on.
Oh, they're using it. That's how I got the answer.
Oh. Well, all right. I guess I should have Googled it too, and I wouldn't have said, the popcorn guy.
Exactly. So, I guess what we're going to do is just jump right into a chamber chicken.
Chamber chicken?
Chamber chicken. That is right.
Chamber chicken.
Welcome aboard. Chamber chicken time.
Chamber chicken.
Ashley. And she's muted. Hey,
I'm that guy right now. Hey, I was over here doing a chicken dance and balking. Maybe I'm glad I was muted.
I love it.
Awesome. Hi, Ashley.
Oh, hi. How are you guys doing?
We're good.
We're really good. Yeah. I just want to confess that I knew it wasn't the popcorn guy. I mean, come on.
It's all part of our shtick.
You had me fooled.
Thanks.
So, tell us what's going on in the chamber.
We have a lot going on. So this weekend is the ice cream social census. It's going to be a drive-through ice cream social, and there's going to be 3 different locations that you can go fill out your census and pick up some ice cream. So the 200 Mill building in downtown Renton, the Fairwood or the Benson Fred Meyer, and then also the Renton Highlands fire station. So from 2 to 4 p.m. this Saturday, you can stop by one of those spots, pick up your ice cream, and fill out your census.
Yum.
So
Rock and roll. I love it. That's a good idea.
yeah, no, it should be a lot of fun. We have some pretty fun volunteers helping out at the event. So stop by, say hello, and be counted in your piece of the pie.
That's right.
And be counted. All right.
Yeah.
That'll get them there.
And then I hope the ice cream will get them there as well. So we have been asking you guys, all of you out there who are watching, to submit what you've been doing during quarantine, and also to send us like your creative genius. And we had a submission from Manami, and she has a beautiful flock of chickens that she has sent us a great video of to share.
Chamber chicken.
Chamber chicken.
Chamber chicken.
Wow.
Okay, so while we were, oh no.
Sorry, I was just gonna say that's what nightmares are made of. Is that like if
Yeah.
I never want to encounter that. Like you see that, you run. You don't stick around and try to shake a 10. Get out of there.
Yeah, I don't.
Pro tip.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah. Thanks for that. My eyes.
Exactly. Run. So tell what we're gonna say, Ashley. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, while all of us have been, staying inside, that's what Manami's been doing outside in her backyard, is giving us all nightmares. So
Fascinating.
we're on the same page.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need to take Naomi for a walk or get her an ice cream at a census count. We really need to get her out of her
There
backyard.
you go. Hey, yeah, I like that. So
No,
we,
Incredibly creative, actually. That was very creative.
yeah,
Very
I love it.
Kudos
Send
to
us more
her.
of that.
yes, please. We love that kind of stuff. It gets us through the day here at Renton Live. So continue to send in your creative submissions, and for a chance to be featured on a future episode.
Love
So another exciting thing, it's kind of personal, honestly, is that we had our first pet member join the chamber, and her name is Mabel, and it's actually my dog Mabel who has joined the chamber, but she's our first pet member. And so in the fall, we'll be sent a pause box that'll be filled with lots of local goodies from different businesses around Renton, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I will share the pause box once I receive it, but just a reminder, your pet too can be a member of the Renton Chamber of Commerce.
I love it.
Unique.
Yay
Cool.
for Mabel.
Yeah.
Mabel, you little
exciting
trendsetter.
day.
Jeesh.
Yeah. Also, looking in the chat, it looks like we actually have a winner for your trivia, for your chicken trivia and aviation day.
Fascinating.
I'm loving it. Oh, we do have a winner. Winner.
So
We are going to spin
Chris.
the
Thanks,
wheel
Chris. This wheel's for you, bud.
prizes for Chris.
Wow, you greased that wheel.
And the answer was the Clayton Scott Memorial Field.
Common Ground Cupcakes is the winning prize.
Fantastic.
I love it. Chris,
And-
remember I'm your best friend, right?
Yes.
Oh, just kidding.
How does Chris claim his prize?
Chris, if you can email me at info@gorenton.com, I will let you know how you can pick up your prize.
Excellent. Thanks
Love
for
it.
participating, Chris. It's great. And
Yeah.
fascinatingly enough, Clayton Scott was Bill Boeing's personal pilot.
Wow.
True dat.
And they
Yeah.
renamed the field after him, I believe, on his 100th birthday in like 2005.
Wow.
2005. Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
that's pretty good stuff. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, I love that.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
What
I
else
never
we
knew.
got from sorry, go ahead.
No, I never knew. You guys are giving me wealth of knowledge on the community I live in tonight. So thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, sure.
It's our pleasure.
The last thing, the last thing that I have to say is next week, we're going to be having a small business PPE distribution at the chamber. It's a drive-through distribution, and there's 3 different days that you can sign up. So we will be putting that information in the chat box, and we'll link it in the description as well. But if you are a small business in Renton looking for your Safe Start kit, please sign up for a distribution time, and we will see you next week. And that's all I got.
That's good
Amazing.
stuff.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yes.
I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
So, David, last week we had 2 recreation professionals from the city of Renton on, Zach and Gina.
Safe.
They were talking about the Renton Summer Games, and we did the ridiculous cookie face challenge. I was
Yes.
wondering, do you have any highlights, updates that you can bring us that talks about what's been going down in the Summer Games?
I do have a couple little tidbits from it that revolved around, I think, 2 of the competitions. So we've got the average quarter spin time was a whopping 9.21 seconds.
That was the average? Wow.
Yes, sir. Average.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Fascinating. Now, that could have been 3 people that participated or 300. I don't know. So that's the game of averages. We also have a distance of 7 feet 9 inches. You know what I'm saying? Like there could have been 3 people. We don't know.
There could have been.
So 7 feet 9 inches was the average distance of the straw wrapper challenge.
Hey, that's not bad. That's some good wind
Yeah.
there. I'm giving kudos to that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So I think, that's pretty interesting.
That's interesting.
And then, I do think we might have an image of some lightsaber fencing from participants at home. I'm not sure if that's actually true, if we have an image. If not, use your imagination. They're not real lightsabers. It's all for fun.
All right. I can do that. Oh, you ask and it shall appear. I love it.
Yeah. Look at that.
All right. Well, that family is winner chicken dinner. I love it.
Absolutely.
I guess I shouldn't have said that with the chicken video. Sorry.
Well, and I don't know what they won. So.
Yeah, I love it. Well, creativity. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat.
So
this is week 2 of the Summer Games Challenge, and today was the wall jump. So, that's all about.
Hey, there you go. There's a graphic.
Yeah, distance. So those are the ones that you just highlighted those. Look at that.
Yeah.
And
what's the wall jump? Do you know?
So it's a powerful vertical jump. So it's lower body where you're gonna just spring yourself right up.
Yahoo!
To run up the wall. Yeah, like without kicking or stepping. So I would fail that miserably. So I'm thinking it's probably something very similar to American Ninja Warrior's wall run.
No. Sure. Okay.
Well, in some people's mind, it might be. Sure. So that was today. And tomorrow is blindfold lawn bowling. That sounds crazy. It's open space. You need a measuring tape, 3 plastic cups, your emoji ball that came in your kit, and a blindfold. So Lord knows what could happen with all that equipment out there. So,
anything could happen.
Yeah, and then we jump to week 3 on the 25th. So we'll probably chat about that on a different day. So good job, guys, out there keeping these people active.
Correct. Thanks for participating, everybody.
Yes.
Awesome. So I think we have our first guest that we're going to bring on.
All right.
And this is Laura from Refuel Cafe. Let's see if she's ready to come on.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, you're sideways.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to do it horizontal.
Oh my gosh, there you are. I was worried. I was thinking all the blood was rushing to your head.
She was participating in the wall jump.
Welcome, Laura. Nice to have you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have my counterpart, Veronica, here as well.
Fun.
Hi, you, Veronica.
Hi, Veronica.
Hello.
And a friend. No, don't apologize. It's fantastic.
Don't apologize.
We're excited.
Yeah. So, Laura, tell us about your cafe.
Refuel Cafe. We're a new business. We've just been open since late November, and we're up in the Renton East Renton Highlands, right up a 4th, where it's the old Vince's Coffee. And we used to be Vince's Coffee, and we serve fine espresso, pastries. We have a great tea list by Smith's Tea Makers. We serve Middle Fork espresso, and we serve McCraney pastries, and we have paninis, wraps, breakfast sandwiches, and a whole lot more, and a little bit of wine.
Fun. And you said, I'm sorry, you said, and a little wine?
Yes, a little wine. We have a little bit of, we have a canned wine section, and we sell wine by the bottles too. But
fun.
Our wine program got a little bit side-railed by COVID, but we definitely serve wine.
So I take it that you can just enjoy a glass of wine there at the cafe.
You certainly can, or you can buy a bottle and take it home.
Nice.
Fascinating. How European. I love it. Wow. It's cool.
I noticed looking at your menu, you source things locally.
Yep.
We try to source things locally, sustainably as much as possible. But yeah, we focus on local products for sure.
I love it. Yeah. Can you tell us what is the hottest item this summer on your menu?
We have been selling a lot of our big breakfast wrap, and we've been
Yum.
selling the bomb.com and dilettante breakfast sandwiches. And we have some lovely summer drinks that I was going to have Veronica tell you about if you'd like to hear about.
Tell us.
Veronica, dazzle us with your summer drinks.
Yeah. Well, our first one is our summer matcha right here. It's a peach mint. It's perfect for summer.
Sounds
We got
delicious.
two others. We got a Latin latte, which is horchata and espresso. And we also got a Bull Run Fizz, which is an American style coffee tonic. It's very good.
Oh,
Coffee tonic.
a coffee tonic.
Describe that. Or is it
We have
as
a little
simple
bit
as
of
coffee tonic?
bitters in it. We have
Fun.
walnut, orange slice. So it's a bubbly coffee. It's
Wow.
definitely different. It's very yummy.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Yeah,
That sounds a must try.
for
Yes.
sure. That's a unique menu. Wow.
Love it. All right. Well, I just heard from Ashley that thebomb.com is literally thebomb.com.
That's how it got named.
Yes, is that right?
Yeah. Veronica made it up, and she came up and she said, "You got to taste this. It's bomb.com." And I'm like, "All right, well, I guess that's the name of it because it is bomb.com." It's made with a little quiche bite. We have gluten-free quiche bites as well, quiche Lorraine. It's made with a sausage patty, Mama Lo's peppers, provolone cheese on an English muffin. It's really good.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. That sounds bomb.com, not gonna lie.
Agreed. That's a perfect name. Can you order, breakfast all day long? What are your hours?
Our hours right now are Monday through Friday, 7 to 3, and Saturday, 8 to 1. And you can order breakfast all day long, and you can pre-order if you'd like online. It's refuel-cafe.com, and then you can come pick it up. We do have limited inside seating, and we do have some outside seating as well. We're pretty hardcore about masks. Right now, we're social distancing and joining separately, so we don't have to have our masks on. But when you come in, you'll see us with our masks on.
Gotcha.
And we ask people if they're sitting inside to wear masks if they're not actively eating and drinking. So
Sure.
That's
So,
respectable. I like it.
7 to 3.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
And you guys have been there since, you said November.
yeah.
Yeah.
So currently, we've had more months in COVID in business than not.
Wow.
Everything's looking up.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like to hear that.
And
Definitely.
July was a great month, and August is on track to be even a little bit better.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome. Wow. And then I think I also saw a fun slogan that was on your website.
Quick to go or take it slow.
Yeah, say it again.
Quick to go or take it slow.
Yeah, I like it. Where'd you come up with that?
More applied to pre-COVID, but well, the name Refuel comes with whatever it is that you need to refuel yourself, whether it's coffee to speed you up and get you going, or a glass of wine to kind of relax during the day, or food just to refuel you. And then just the quick to go, you can, take it away quickly, or, sit down and relax and enjoy. So,
Fun.
yeah,
Well done.
thank you.
Yeah. Well,
That's
we
good.
hope that
So,
July and August continue to be, or August and September, I should say, continue to be uber successful for you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But we have something up our sleeves today for you.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, David. Tell them.
well, I believe that you're going to participate in one of these weird and wacky Renton summer games, correct?
All right. So you are doing the water challenge, is that correct?
Let's-
That's what we're prepared for.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so
So we
let's see how
thought,
this plays out.
what's that? Sorry.
I was just going to say, I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Well, we'll see. So I'm going to do it. And I thought I would do it with the camera so you can get like two views. Veronica can
Oh.
show you the distant view, and I can do like the person view. I don't know how this is going to end up, but if you would like, we have a soundtrack.
Yes, please,
Of course.
please, of course. Yes,
Because
yes,
we
yes.
kind of get into these things. So, all right. So don't laugh at me, and I'm sorry to everybody who has to watch this on video.
Well, we're gonna laugh at you. I mean, that's going to happen.
It's kind of our job.
So, what's that?
It's kind of our job to laugh at you.
Oh, okay, good. All right. So here we go. Leave my dog inside there. So we've got it mapped
All right.
out. Got the. Well, I'll just do it this way. We got the cones there. We've got it mapped out already. So I'm going to. Got it.
Post.
All right.
Oh man.
People on the street are going to be like, "What is going on over there?"
It's
You have the music.
impressive. Wow, look at you.
Look at you go.
I kind of have a pointy head, so I'm actually surprised that this works out so well.
Wow.
All right. There we go. I feel like I have a crown on my head. Ta-da!
Look at you. Wow.
Uh,
I mean, for the record books, that's amazing. Well
Yeah.
done.
That's mad props right there. So I would submit that if I were you.
I don't know what I'm submitting it to, but I will. I'll totally submit.
Amazing. Thanks for doing that. That's love the spirit. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
What a great sport.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Do you have any saucy news you want to give us? New menu change coming for fall, special drinks, secret menu. I mean,
We
am I alluding
are
to anything?
working on our fall menu. We just ordered a bunch of new treats. We've got some peanut butter cups. They're giant. We've got some new cacao chocolate bars. They're not technically chocolate. We've got some new energy bars and some new drinks coming up. We're working on our fall menu. We're looking at bringing in some pre-made pizzas to fire up for you guys. So we've got a lot of new stuff coming up.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Good job.
Exciting.
All right. I'm loving it. Well, thank you for joining us and thank you for taking part in our shenanigans.
It was my pleasure. I'm speaking on behalf of Veronica as well, who's a little muted right now. So we can both
Okay.
get
No
to
problem. Thanks,
All right.
Veronica.
Thanks, Veronica.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Laura.
Yeah.
Right.
We will see you soon. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Wow, David,
Fun.
Refuel Cafe. That's got quite a
Yeah.
little menu, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, definitely interesting. I mean,
A fizzy coffee.
yeah, I never heard of such a thing.
I kind of think I need that in my life.
Yeah. I mean, and you can have yourself a little bit of a, wine breakfast if that interests you.
It
I mean-
does. I mean, you can. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think at this point we're gonna bring Ashley back into the fun zone.
Yeah. All right. Yes. We'll bring her
And
back.
at least I'm assuming that. So because we're gonna talk with our next guest. Hi Ashley, welcome back.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me back on, guys. Pretty happy to be here. So we in past episodes we have had a head of the class finalists on to talk with them about what they've been working on this summer. And during my conversation with Kiana Davis, who is a faculty member at Renton Technical College, I learned about an incredible project that she is working on called Unyielding Roots. So a few days ago, her and I had a community conversation, and the next little clip that you guys will see are bits from that conversation. The conversation was an hour long, and that will be posted later this week on the Renton Chamber's YouTube page. But we wanted to just show you some of the, just a little sneak peek of it. So, and then we'll have the opportunity to talk with Kiana as well. So, yeah.
Fun. Roll that clip.
So Kiana, a few weeks ago, you joined us on Renton Live, and I learned about a project that you have started called Unyielding Roots. Can you tell me about that again?
Yes, I can. Thank you for having me. So excited. So my project, I got a grant last year from For Culture. So For and then Culture. And so it's an awesome organization. And so I was just at this place where I was hearing all of these stories of young boys and girls, young women and men who were having their education interrupted because of their hair. And it wasn't the first time I'd heard this, but it seemed like every time school year started, like around September, for the last several years, there would be like this influx or several stories of young girls and boys that were like either told they couldn't come back to school because of their hair was braided, or maybe they had dreadlocks, or maybe it wasn't like a European style, it wasn't like straight. It wasn't, you know, what we deem professional or, you know, the norm of beauty. And so, but it was like either their natural texture of their hair or protective style. And I was hearing these stories and I was like, what's going on? Because I was also working on my master's at the time in education. And none of the textbooks said anything about if your student comes to school with their hair braided, there should be some educational disruptions. We should stop the class immediately, right? I hadn't seen any of that. And so it was, I had written a grant and I asked, you know, what's going on with them? Because I wanted to kind of get an idea of how that messaging was affecting students, women and girls, and how do we feel about our hair? You know what I mean? I think, you know, and doing applying for the grant, I just started thinking about hair in general. If you think about hair, it doesn't seem significant, but all the symbolisms behind it is what I began to understand and learn about. You know, what people expect of people with, you know, different backgrounds or just from hair. Yeah, and it was from a place of, you know, my own personal struggle with my hair. You know, I had decided to go natural in like 2007, 2008. And even just the revolution of having my own, like this is a 2-strand twist, so this is a protective style. Even like going outside like this took me a while to do. I would never go outside, you know, and it goes back to messaging from my mother. You know, making sure I look kept, making sure I was presentable, you know, and, you know, what that meant or what that means. And so when I went natural myself personally, it was a huge undertaking, right? So if you just think about your hair, you've never washed your own natural hair because my hair is always processed in some kind of chemical, right? Like a relaxer. And so it's not really your hair. It's a hair that's been treated. So I stopped the treatment. And that's where unyielding became. That's where I got unyielding, because my hair did not care, you know, didn't care what I thought, didn't care who I thought I was or what I was trying to do to it. It was going to come back. It was like so resilient, stronger and thicker and, you know, persistent. So I had to listen to it. I'm like, what is my hair telling me?
Oh, that's a lot, especially if you're, because how old were you when you started wearing your hair natural?
Okay, I'm not going to talk about that because that wasn't that long ago, actually.
But I mean, you were you were an adult, right? Like, that's what I mean. You didn't have that practice as a child where you had to unlearn a lot of things that you had been taught yourself and then relearn a whole
I'm silly.
whole new arena. You don't have to out.
So in my 30s, right, early 30s or so, when I decided, or late 20s, when I decided to do, you know, the natural thing, because Chris Rock had come out with his documentary, Good Hair, and it really made me think. My best friend, my sister, you know, Leilani, she had been having her hair natural ever since I met her. And she wore these beautiful hairstyles, but I hadn't done it. I had been so conditioned to relax my hair and make it straight that it took me a while. It wasn't until I saw Good Hair and the chemicals and the relaxers that they could even cause cancer or fibroids. So here I am relaxing my hair, you know, to be professional or just to fit the standard or just conditioned. And then I didn't realize these chemicals could be harmful.
Where do you find your hair confidence has come from in this journey of yours?
My hair confidence has come from, one is my sister, like I said, Leilani, she has had beautiful hair. All her daughters have natural hair. That's really helped me look and say, okay, wow, it's possible. Because when I first went natural, it didn't seem possible. Like, my hair is too thick. It's too much. Can I really do this? It was like it's a process of like washing. It doesn't just wash. You have to wash it in sections. You gotta be it's a process. But my hair confidence came from also YouTube videos. There's a plethora of videos on there where Black women and girls are like washing their hair and demonstrating how to manage it, how to condition it. Like, it's like a revolution to us, because we've been told so long that our hair should be straight and that it should be a certain way that has gone against our roots. And so there's so many women on there that have given so many tutorials. And so when I started actually washing my hair, following the instructions, because I wasn't following the instructions, and I was like, my hair, I just noticed that my hair was actually listening to me, right? And I was actually trying to embrace it. It began to yield a little bit, now just a little bit. And I could tell a difference. I could tell that it was thriving. It was growing, it was healthy. So I had to listen to my hair and figure out exactly what my hair needed, because one size doesn't fit all, right? And so that's where my hair confidence is coming from. Knowing the history is really important for me, because, people have been fired. People had to make decisions on whether they should keep their hair natural or straighten it just to get a job. And I understand that's a part of life. People have to do that because corporations have their rules and things like that. But I would like, schools, maybe employers, to really rethink policies, and because if this is how our hair grows out of our head, and it's a process to change it. It's a process to change who we are. And is it okay? Is it okay to, especially maybe for adults, we have more power. We can say, okay, I want to work in this company. I'm going to change the way. That's okay, because you have to make those decisions, right? Should you? Maybe not. But as a child, and you want to learn, and you want to just go to school, and this is how your hair grows out of your head, and maybe there's not other little kids that look like you in that class, and you feel already isolated, or maybe everybody in the class looks like you. It just could be so many things. I just want people to think about it. I was sent an essay from a young girl who is Caucasian. Her mom took in foster care youth, and she wrote a paper about Black hair. And what her observation was, when they have volunteers come in to do the hair for all the kids, many times she noticed that the Black kids were told they couldn't do that hair. We can't do that kind of hair.
Oh.
Just think of the seam of the child.
Okay.
When you tell them,
that's cool.
I can't do your type of hair, or you can't be here because your hair looks like that. That is a deep-seated pain. Because I still carry from when I was 4 or 5 years old, there wasn't a Black doll. That's a long time ago. But I still remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so these are kind of things that can be lasting.
Exactly what you're doing now. You're taking the opportunity to listen and learn and educate others, where it could be a catalyst to have that same conversation in the classroom at a later date.
Yes, I hope so. I love to come into classrooms and talk about hair and stories. And, I think it's just a way to help people have esteem, and help them continue their education. That's my goal, to help them continue educating, self-reflecting, helping others. Because when we love ourselves, we can help others, right? We can make a connection. So it's just so many layers in there.
So many. Hello again, Kiana.
Hi, how are you, Ashley?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you this evening? Pretty
good. Thank you.
So again, thank you so much for joining me the other day, and thank you for your time and talking with me. I've told you this, but I've learned so much from you, and I really appreciate our conversations, and I'm just really happy that you can join us tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm so thankful to be here. So thank you for having me, Renton Live and Renton Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome.
Yeah. So you have an upcoming workshop at the Chamber on September 17th, which is a Thursday. Can you tell us what is in store for us at the workshop?
the workshop is going to be called Our Hair Has a Story. So keep it in theme of the hair stories. And I want to explore the symbolism hair holds in different cultures. You know, and doing my research and learning about hair, each culture has like this amazing story, you know, what they believe hair should represent, you know, either spiritually or just, you know, just some connection to nature. So I want to explore that. And then I want to, towards the end of the workshop, talk about hair discrimination that has faced a lot of Black Americans, you know, how it's in America, just hair discrimination. And some of the ways it's affected education and employment.
That's pretty heavy. You know, thank you for bringing awareness to this, Kiana. That's something I would have never, I mean, put, you know, together. I have seen or read articles about it in different states where it did apply, but again, not knowing that it's as ongoing, and you know, people, it's still happening today. It's I take my hair for granted. You know, I was born with it, and I was told to love it, and I do.
Me too. I was born with my hair. And I'm learning to love it every day. It's still a process.
Love it. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
So
No, it's a journey.
I had one quick question for you. Can you give us an example? I know that people will get much more in depth and detail in your workshop, but give us a quick little tidbit on hair symbolism for those that might not know or are relating it to the story.
So one of the reasons I want to do talk about culture and hair symbolism is for connection, right? I found that there are just so many amazing stories. For example, Native Americans. What I found, and I'm not sure about every tribe, but I believe so, that they believe that hair is really connected to nature, to Mother Earth, and it was very sacred, and not to cut it. I knew that. I learned that young males, I think they kept their hair growing to 18 or even longer, and that during the wars and things, that they had their hair cut off. You know, it didn't fit the, you know, Western standard definition of manhood or beauty, and so they have their hair chopped off. So different stories like that. And then there's some stories of, I always mess up the name, but in Asia there is a group of women who wash their hair in rice water, and their hair is like to their waist, and it's jet black. They never cut it. I think they cut it when they're 18, and then they save that hair, and then after that they don't cut it again. And so their hair, they have like huge process of where they wash their hair in rice water, but also I think they put like lemon, or they put like citrus, like orange peels in the water. They let it ferment. Then they wash their, I mean, it's like a process. And so I'm just going to explore some stories like that.
That's fascinating. I think that I mean, what a great education piece. You know, you see pictures or you see people with beautiful hair, you know, from the Asian culture, and you know, as somebody that has always struggled to want to have long hair and keep it healthy, you know, that's very informative. But it's also heartbreaking and devastating at the same time, knowing that, you know, something so sacred was taken from people. Because it didn't fit in. So good job with bringing awareness to this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many excuse me, how many people actually think about it. You know, I'm one of those individuals that I've never thought twice about, you know, my hair, because I guess I've been fortunate enough to have hair. You know, no offense. I'm just saying, like, you don't think about it. You know, I get up in the morning and I think to myself, wow, that's a rat's nest, but I know I can beautify it, you know, because the pillow monster gets it every night. It's atrocious. But then, you know, you're pretty. And so what a challenge that people go through that, you know, like you're saying, have this hair discrimination. It's terrible to think that people have to go through that. I mean, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I was speaking with Ashley in the interview, and I just mentioned, you know, have you ever had a bad hair day? And she was like, yes, of course. And so I said, just imagine having a bad hair day every day.
Yeah.
Or walking into places where someone's telling you your hair is bad.
It's
right?
crazy.
Or even thinking about a job interview and whether or not you have to alter the texture of your hair to get the job, to keep the job. you know, having your education disrupted because of your hair and just how it grows out of your head. And comments, you know, we didn't even talk about, you know, comments that people get because of their hair, nappy, and different things, you know, that you internalize. And then, you know, the lasting impression it even makes on children. That's one of the things I really want to explore, you know, it's what's happening with young people. You know, as an adult, I can kind of say, okay, I'm going to relax my hair. I'm going to press my hair out, you know, for a job, or feel more, you know, if I feel conscientious about going to certain places, but children can't, you know.
Yeah.
And there is a story I was we were talking about that came to mind, but a young girl I'm going to talk about in the workshop right here in the Pacific Northwest, and she had a really bad experience going to school with her afro, and the comments that her classmates gave her, that her hair was ugly, and that why did she wear her hair like that, you know. And so I'll mention it in the workshop. Maybe I can get a poem from her. I'll call her mom.
Yes, and speaking of poetry, well, first of all, I love the fact that you're sharing your journey and all that you're learning about yourself, and you're you're relearning and learning to love your hair again. And so I think the connections that you're making, the bridges that you're building between people, it's just wonderful. I got made fun of as a kid for having red hair, so that's why your mission and your message and everything has really resonated with me as well. So I am just so happy to make that connection with you, and to learn from you and to grow. But another thing that I've learned about you is that you're a fantastic poet.
Oh,
and speaking of having someone else read us poetry, do you have some poetry that you would be willing to share with us this evening?
Sure. I have a poem that I wrote maybe about 2 years ago, and I gave myself during April Poetry Month a 30-day poetry challenge, and my theme was hair, like my natural hair journey. And so this is a poem I wrote. Beautiful, kinky, coily texture, curly, full, thick, fluffy, natural. My hair is not a fad. It's a part of me. My lineage, my DNA. My hair. Thank you.
I'm loving that.
Exactly. Well done. And
Very well done. That
so
was, you know what?
challenge.
That
So
should
you
be published.
poem each day.
Yes, it was challenging. That's where I got this, you know,
For
back
sure.
to the journey. That was the theme. And every day I wrote a poem either about my hair, my process, or I met other women, Black women. I was like, I love your hair. And I wrote a poem about their story, or just wrote a poem inspired by their hair. So it was a challenge because I really had to think, well, it's just hair. But then it's not.
No. Well done. That's cool.
So much more. And
So-
Jen, you mentioned that that poem should be published, but Kiana actually has books for sale that we can go out and buy of her poetry, and also her book, Digging for Roots.
Yeah. So this is my book. Thank you, Ashley. You're my buddy.
Wow, I love it.
So this is my it's called Digging for Roots. This one is available on Amazon. I feel like running to get my other book, but and this one is my second book. And I got a grant from For Culture to write this one, and it's about my experience growing up in poverty in North Richmond, California, and the systems of institutional racism that I feel affected my life, my family's life, my community. And so I was given a grant through For Culture, and I was able to give away 200 copies of this to young youth in King County. And I did workshops, and I talked about racism, and I talked about, you know, microaggressions, macroaggressions, you know, and just self-esteem, really, you know, and how students could, you know, use poetry as a tool to overcome racism or any kind of discrimination, really.
That's very powerful. I mean, along with the lines of racism, discrimination, it's just a way to get your feelings out too.
Yes, it's a great tool.
I think if, you know, young and old could do that, the world could be just a little bit sweeter. You know, we pile it in, for sure. Is that a picture of you on the cover of your book?
Okay, this is my niece, Leisure Farr, and she was the first poet laureate in Seattle. So this is her, and this is me holding her when she was about 7.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And so she looked like me when I was 7. So it was like I was holding myself. And this is me. I don't know if you can see it. This is me when I was like 7, 8 years old. See You see those TV antennas right there? I'm dating myself.
I do. Wow, you got rabbit ears, girl.
So I was like holding myself as I was digging for roots at that time. And so it started with not finding the black doll when I was about 4 or 5, and how not finding this doll stuck with me my whole life. You know, why wasn't that doll there? And why wasn't something being done? You know, kids like their toys, right?
For sure.
And why wasn't that toy available to every young child who wanted one? So that was my first investigative reporting, I think, as a kid.
I love it.
Wild.
Drew.
Cool. Right on.
Thank
That's
you.
good stuff. Well, that
Well,
was it.
oh, no, I was just going to say another, Kiana's also going to be featured on our Renton Junction blog next Friday, the 28th. Just one final plug for Kiana.
Thank you. Wow, this is a great show. I love y'all.
Well, it was
Yeah.
really great having you here with us, especially not only getting to see the time that you got to spend with Ashley on the video, but also getting to talk to you. I know that you were on one other time. It's always a delight to see aspiring people doing great things and talking about difficult subjects in a time where things are difficult. They're crucial conversations and they need to be had. And I'm super proud that I got to spend my time with you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. And I'd love to see you at my workshop. We'll be writing and we'll be talking about hair and culture and just having a good time. Right?
Okay, I have lots of bad hair days, FYI.
Bring your story.
OMG.
Bring your story.
All right.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to head out too. I'll see you later, Kiana. Bye,
Bye.
David and Jen.
Thanks, Tiana.
Bye. That
Bye.
was awesome.
Thank
Wow.
you. I was nervous.
Yeah. You're
You get
cool.
the heavy stuff. That was really beautiful. I'm super glad that we got a chance to hear and learn about that. And fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank
What
you.
else?
Oh, were you talking
Thanks,
to me?
Tiana.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What else do you have for me today, David?
I think that's all we have for the show. I think we're ahead of schedule. Why? Was there something else?
Are you kidding me, Meow? We're on time?
Yep.
We're even a little early?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple things I'd like to oh my goodness, and her eyes didn't even open.
No.
That's adorable. Even though I'm a huge cat fan, I have one, and I know that you have newly 2. Next week is it's going to the dogs, right?
Why is that?
Because National Dog Day is August 26th.
Hey, cool.
Hey, cool. So this is a shout out, a big call to action. We are asking for you to snap a picture of your pooch, doing what it does. Cute little poochies, big poochies, small poochies, stinky pooches. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be in pictures. And David, are you aware of where they will get sent to or emailed? Can someone?
That is a fantastic question. I have no idea.
Yes, because we
Somebody
want to
came
see
to
these
tell us.
pictures. So we are going to have that sent to info
There you go.
at gorenton.com. So again, send your dog pictures to info at gorenton.com. So we want to see it. Don't let us down.
Info at gorenton.com.
Yeah. So always there. And I hope that we don't get, let down like on the mask thing. Come on, Renton, show us your pooches. Oh, look at that.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. So what are we going to do with these? We're going to make a compilation?
We are going to showcase these pooches and celebrate them on National Dog Day.
Fun. And
Yeah.
that's what we're doing next week is it's going to the dogs, like you said. So
Going to the dogs.
fun.
Yep.
Okay. So next week, episode 19, National Dog Day.
Going to the dogs.
Perfect.
But you can still bring your cats on video.
They're going to be here. Hopefully they don't scratch my legs anymore, but they'll be here.
All right. Well, I'll be here. Will you be here?
I'm there.
All
Let's do it.
right. I guess that that's all from us tonight in Renton Live. We're happy you were with us. Happy National
for-
Bow Day. Happy National Aviation Day. And
National Potato Day too. Bet you didn't know that.
oh,
You dropped
really?
the ball on that. So come on. This is a joke. You cheated. You
I got gold potatoes. But
I won.
all right. Well, did you grow it?
No. They're hard
Oh,
to grow.
or did I? I was going to give you mad props. I thought maybe that came from your green thumb in your garden.
If
but-
somebody has a good way to grow them, let me know because I'm totally interested.
Yeah.
Send that to info@gorenton.com. How to grow a potato.
How to grow a potato. I love it. All
All
right.
everybody.
Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.